What is good, guys? So today we got my friends Red 5.0, 15 Mustang GT 5.0 S550, and 15 through 17, if you guys don't know, is the same. It has the Gen 2 5.0 Coyote engine in it, and then the Gen 3 is the 18 up. So that one has the revised 5.0 engine, and if you go auto, that has a 10-speed, whereas this one has the 6-speed, either an auto or a manual. But yeah, this video is basically he basically threw a VMP Gen 2R supercharger on it, and yeah, basically just gonna be going over the setup and like how much it costs and everything. For any of you guys out there that want to do this setup, this will be a good video for you guys to, like, you know, see what it costs and everything, and how much power versus all the competitors. But yeah, you guys can take a look at the car right now. So it's in race red, and he's got the SVE wheels on it. And some big ass meaty tires, but he wants to go with the slick or a Mickey Thompson or something like that, because those are the Michelin Pilot Super Sports. Yeah, guys, it's pretty chilly right now. He just got off work and everything, so we just came and tried to film a video because I've been trying to do it with his car. So he has a 79mm pulley on it right now, so it's smaller than the factory. Yo, Stefan, what's the factory? What is it? What size pulley does it come with factory? 82. Okay, so it comes with an 82mm factory pulley. So he has a 79 on it right now, and then shine some light. So yeah, that's the supercharger. He's got the JLT intake. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And then so basically, he said whenever he was looking around, it was basically three for him. It was the Idlebrock, it was the VMP, and then the Whipple. Between the Whipple and the VMP, and the Whipple basically costs more and it makes more power, but this one costs a little bit less. Right now he hasn't dynoed it yet, but you said around 600, right, Stefan? So he said right around 600 to the wheel with the 79mm pulley. And then the 82, how much would it be to the wheel? Like 580? So yeah, it'd be like 580 to the wheel for that one. Corsa headers, catalyst, which we did at my shop, is a previous video on my channel. And then he also has Corsa Extremes on it. Corsa Extreme full catback. And then he's got a catch can on there. He's got lowering springs. Ibach, right, Stefan? Ibach Pro lowering kit. He got Ibach Pro lowering kit. He's got the SVE wheels, as I mentioned. So no spacers, so those are staggered set. And then yeah, it's basically a full bolt-on, right, Stefan? Full bolt-ons, yeah. So he's not on E85 yet. He needs a fuel system for that. He's got the fuel system, and he's gonna be going full E85. And so that's when he's probably you're gonna put the smaller pulley too then, Stefan, right? So yeah, smaller pulley then, and then E85. So that's gonna basically give him a lot more power. Because if you guys do not know, E85 burns quicker than regular gasoline. Usually cars with like a boosted, you can gain like upwards to about 100 wheel horsepower with just E85 conversion. There's I think a Mustang 5.0 on YouTube that he has a Paxton setup, and he basically did an E85 conversion, and he was at 600 and he went 700 to the wheel. So you can gain a lot of power with just E85 conversion, and then he's going to be going smaller pulley as well. So he's going to be looking around 800 wheel horsepower. This is a real cheap setup for you guys. Because the car right now, these Gen 2s are like around 20 to 30K versus the Gen 3, which are like brand new, like 30 plus, and then even like maxed out ones are like 40, close to 50K. So like this one's about 20 to 30K. You can get a nice decent one between 20 and 25, and then you throw a supercharger on there. So this one was about 6,500. He said the VMP Gen 2R, and he's still on 93. So basically just a bolt on, you take the manifold off, slap the supercharger on, whereas a twin turbo setup a little bit harder, a little bit more work, whereas this one is just bolt on. You do have to make some fabrications and stuff for this as well, but it's not as hard as a twin turbo setup. But yeah, this one is basically 6,500. So you add that up, you're basically like around, so you get like a decent one for like 24K, spend 6,500, that's around 30K, and you're like 600 to the wheel. This one is 600 to the wheel with the 79mm pulley, and then you do E85 smaller pulley, upgrade your tuner, you're like getting 200 more wheel horsepower, so you're 800 to the wheel, close to 1,000 to the crank. this is like a real great bang for the buck, these Mustangs, because they're really cheap and you can basically make a lot of power with just upgrading some suspension components and wheel and tire and just bolt-ons. Damn! Bro, you're not gonna be able to tell on video, but it's way too loud in person, y'all. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be able to come on camera. But yeah, as I said, Corsa, catback, extreme exhaust and Corsa headers, 1.78 catless, and it's not gonna be able to come on camera, but it's, I guess because like the microphone is over the decibels. But yeah, it's super loud in person. Like that start was insane. But yeah, we're about to go for a ride in it. So no problems at all with the setup? Like no check engine light, nothing? Yeah. Damn truck. Gap, you get it. So you leave traction on too, right? You do a full.
No, you gotta turn it off.
You turn it off? Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't drone. Yeah, like mine will like drone in the cabin. I think the Corsa has that drone technology, so it doesn't drone at all. Damn. Hey, it didn't spin out right.
That was like 80.
Yeah. Fuck it. God damn. So yeah, that was the video. So before he had did the supercharger on it, he had it was basically full bolt-on E85. And he had a Cobra Jet, so it was about 450 to the wheel, and now he's close to 600. And I asked him, is it like a big difference? And he said, yeah, this is about 150 wheel horsepower difference. So yeah, I mean, he says it's much faster, and especially when he goes E85 and a lower pulley is going to be hella fast. So yeah, I mean, this is basically a video for you guys to see, like, you know, if you guys are in the market to like get a 5.0, like you can supercharge it. And there's like a couple things, so you might have to do, or you might not. The safest thing to do is get the oil pump gears and a crank sprocket. Did you get it from MMR, Stefan? MMR oil pump gears? Yeah, so MMR oil pump gears. A lot of people go with those on the crank sprocket, and those usually tend to go bad under high RPMs. So especially when you're supercharged, pushing a lot of power, those tend to fail, and once that fails, it basically seizes the engine because there's no oil pressure. So that's the best thing to do if you do go ahead and supercharge a car. Is like a couple things to worry about. It's that, and then obviously it's not a bulletproof block, so if you're close to like pushing a lot of power, you might want to get a built engine, like built forged pistons, forged connecting rods, forged crankshaft, built heads and all that. Basically a fully built block to like basically keep it safe, and then also a tranny as well. And if you're a manual, get a nicer clutch, and then maybe rear end. I don't know about the rear ends. I mean, I'm pretty sure the like under high horsepower it might break, like super high horsepower, like 1,000, because like when he's E85 and a lower pulley, I mean a smaller pulley, he's gonna be 800 to the wheel, so that's about 1,000 to the crank. So like that's gonna be pushing basically the max. These engines do run, like Lund has cars that are like close to 1,000 wheel horsepower twin turbo setups, and they basically drag race those, and those basically run without braking. But I mean, it is like a time ticking bomb then, because that's basically pushing the engine's max. But yeah, he said like around 850 is like where they're usually like the max. So it's all different setups. You guys can do your research and see, you know, which one is best for you, or what type of power you're looking at, what's your budget and all that. So as far as his budget, he went with the VMP Gen 2R, and then yeah, you guys can go from there. And then basically how much power you want to push, what all you can do to the engine to basically keep it from breaking. So like he's not really racing it a lot, so I mean that's basically his thing. He's not like drag racing or anything. Sometimes roll racing it at events, so not really too much stress on it. So that's like a good setup for him. Plus E85 and a pulley is basically maxed out. So I mean you can get a little bit more horsepower with the Whipple or something a little bit more high price. Like I said, you guys can do your research. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Just basically to show off the car and setup.
Yeah, finally getting what I wanted, but I'm feeling off. Numbers going up, but I feel like I'm falling off. All the love that's coming, turning into pressure. Everybody watching me, hope they really think I'm good enough. Think I bit a little more than I can chew. All the good coming with bad, wish that I could pick and choose. I've been running from myself, know I got a lot to lose. Ever looked into the mirror and you see a different you? Damn, I can't really put a finger on the problem, no. Feel like everything is adding up, I gotta let it go. All the weight up on my shoulders, but it's getting heavy.